right, done with the intro music. Let's get it going. All right, guys. Several technical difficulties. As far as going to everything, I think that everybody needs to be aware of all of the earthquake and seismic activity going on right now. Everyone in this community, as far as like the truther, everybody's distracted right now. But I think guaranteed right now people really do need to be focused on the seismic activity across the world, the 7.0s and the 6.9s. I don't think people understand. A 7.8 is basically the capability of the San Andreas that everybody fears and talks about, and people have been talking about since they were kids. We have 60-year-old ladies that say, "Oh, since I was a kid, they talk about the big one." The big one has a cap. It's a 7.8. That's a big earthquake. Well, these 7.0s are happening like all over the place. So I think it's about time that people wake up to the fact that there have been changes as far as how often these earthquakes are happening. Every single year we have these different patterns. Well, people kind of called this a couple of years ago. They said maybe because of the gigantic earthquakes in previous years, during the tsunamis, Japan, all of these, the biggest earthquakes that actually shortened our days, these have affected the tilt, the wobble, whatever it is that's triggering these. This is a super unusual amount of activity. Now, if you do follow somebody like Dutch Sense, that's somebody who basically calls out every single earthquake and has for years. Even he's like, what is going on? And he watches these things daily in and out. That's, eats, sleeps, and breathes this stuff. So that was my number one thing that I wanted to go over. There was some definite weird stuff that went on. I don't know if you guys caught Vice President Pence handing one of the military members a note. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I was going to try to show you that. Let me see if I can get in here and add this. And I apologize. There's just technical difficulties. For whatever reason, the channel is trying to hold this group back. And there's honestly some weird things and I'm not trying to sound like a paranoid whatever, but there's some weird stuff going on in real life for me and otherwise. People are trying to say that I'm basically an ex-security guard for Trump. People are saying that I am an ex-Navy SEAL, which is preposterous. There's just all this weird stuff happening, and I'm sure it's because of certain groups. I was just talking to Dustin Nemos. He actually just got put in queue. His video was used as a direct post, talking about Jack Posobiec, basically posting this fake chat log, which basically what it was is it was a video of somebody. They directly faked the exact same chat log, only making fun of Jack Posobiec or however the hell you say his name. So basically that was not proof one iota. In fact, anybody could fake it. In fact, they faked such a good one, it looked like Jack Posobiec and Microchip were talking, back in October, and Jack was saying that he was a ass goblin and all this stuff. So obviously that can't be used as proof if somebody can fake it that easily. As far as QAnon, Anonymous just came out not even just a few days ago, unless that was a mirror of an older video. They have just said that they are actually basically on the Q train. They are saying that until Q says something harmful or not correct, they are saying that it's only one source out of many. Now, one thing that I thought was weird, though, is that Anonymous actually said it was intel. I still, to this day, do not believe Q is a White House intelligence. But the thing is I'm open-minded, and honestly, I wouldn't see past that in the Trump White House. The Trump White House has plenty of surprises for everybody. So if you are seeing this live on my big channel, possibly, I don't know. If you are on the small channel, most likely. I mean, you guys are seeing it for sure, but the encoder is not set up for the big channel. So let me try to get in here and show you this. This is really wild. Okay. How are you guys doing? We got Joe Mama, we got Charlotte Johnson, we got Sharon Third. I've got my mods, Tony Simply, Shauna Connor. I think we have Rick Hawk Davison. Live Better with Jason Beck Show. What's up? Make sure to check out his channel. Again, that's pretty big news. Congratulations to Dustin. If you are in the Q world, and to have Q actually directly post your video, that's pretty giant. Okay, let's see if we can get this opened up. If it ever looked. Hey, Mama Fawn, haven't seen you in a minute. 3-minute survival, Shirley Ireland. And I apologize that I can't talk to you guys on the main channel. In fact, it shouldn't have even set you guys up for that, but since it did, I made sure that we could get you in there. Okay, so I'm going to shrink this down. We'll do it. All right, cool. And by the way, normal shows will not be like this, but this is kind of impromptu. One thing is I did not realize that the alert went out to all the big channel. But either way, I am actually uploading the video right now. I hope you guys watch it, view it, share it. It is actually about the 7.0 and the 6.0 or 6.9 that just happened off of New Zealand. All right. This is, by the way, that was the video that basically showed that you could fake a chat log. Basically, it doesn't prove anything. Q actually used that in his post. Okay, moving on. 7.0 hits. Let's just see. Should have done that on Google. As we speak, I'm actually uploading a video as I'm going live on all this stuff. I thank you guys for being patient with me. Things are going to get a lot better now that I have help. Plus, we are getting set up to go live. The group is growing extremely fast. I am only one person, so I thank you guys a lot. No, we don't want 7.0. It's Cambiac. I think that's how you say it. Okay. For whatever reason, the window capture does not work on my computer version of this. So this is actually, USGS is just showing the 6.9 on this, but let's see if they show it. 6.5 near the Solomon Islands. Again, I actually have video proof that they had two separate depths, two separate places, a 7.0 and a 6.9. So I don't know if they just deleted one or if it's USGS and then another service that is recording the other one. In fact, I'm actually going to post that live while we're doing this. Looks like we have about 300 people watching total between the two channels, and then it looks like we have 30 on Twitch. So thank you guys for joining me. Really, I wanted to show you guys all of this. This is a lot of 4.0s. This is actually not filtered whatsoever. This is just all of the normal earthquakes. When I go to my app, it actually shows just 4.0 and above. This actually shows as low as the 2-pointers. And as you can see, 6.9, 5.1, 4.8, 3.3, 4.7, 3.4, 4.2, almost all of these. If we were to get into percentages here, it's a huge amount of 4.0s. Just in the New Zealand area, there was like 5 or 6 4.0 earthquakes so far just in the last couple of days, and that does not include the 6.5, the 6.9 in that area, and then of course this is all reeling off of this 7.8. Now I talked to Chris Goldfinger, as you guys know, and he is the lead guy as far as the Cascadia subduction zone, which you can see here. I'm going to show you right here. This is the Cascadia subduction zone. This is the really big one. To put it into perspective, the Hayward Fault, which is basically capable of like a 7.1, 7.2, which caused numerous deaths back in the early 1900s. Say the San Andreas, which is 12 times stronger than the San Francisco earthquake that we had that collapsed bridges, all that kind of stuff. This is 12 times stronger than the strongest San Andreas earthquake. It actually could be more than that. This is capable of a 9.2, whereas you take the San Andreas, that is capable of a 7.8. This is what we're looking at, and there's huge gaps right here. So now, all of a sudden, it looks like we actually have had some stuff just recently. It looks like just a second ago we had Sequim, Washington, and a 2.6 in Willits, California. Huh. That was actually not on there just a second ago. But the gap that we have right here, that's what we're looking for. Like, this is not good. It doesn't take an expert to know that everywhere else is releasing pressure, but we are not. It doesn't make sense. Let me get back to the chat. And of course you guys just see echo. For whatever reason, there are some things happening between the channels. They are actually not letting me even see the videos I upload. I've never had this experience. I've been doing this for a year with 2 different channels. Some of the videos I can't even go to analytics. They are out there. They are public. Like the EMS test video, I cannot even access it from my creator studio. If you are a creator, if you are a YouTuber, you know that you can access every single video. Doesn't matter if it's listed, unlisted, private. These kind of things are happening like as we speak. I did call out some certain people. One thing I wanted to say as well is there are definitely a lot of strange things happening with YouTubers. Again, Bill Smith is still missing people. There are a big group of YouTubers that are actually trying to search for him. Nobody has said anything. A user by I Spy said that basically they took care of him. So that's kind of scary. Thank you, Deep Fried Fugel fan, Mark for Prez 2020. Well, Trump won. I might have a chance. And I that doesn't mean an insult, but I mean, honestly, it's a rigged system. If he can win, we all have a chance. Let me see if I can get this off. Okay, so let me go here. In fact, I will look it up right here. Check this out. You guys are going to trip. This might not even be on here yet, actually. He straight up slips a note like it was a drug deal. I don't even think it's on here yet. This is actually like really big news. Let's see if I can find it. I'll just search it right here. There we go. Morgan County Sheriff. Now, I just got this. This is a viewer-powered story, so I don't know if this is... See, I wonder if this is like something really new, or if this is something... Let's see if we can find this. It is a trip. It's literally like a secret handoff. Let's see if I can find this video for you guys. What was this secret note? Right here. This is a crazy video. Okay, so it is about 13 hours old. Check this out. And I could not find it on YouTube yet, so I might actually port this over. This is Morgan County Sheriff Anna Franklin. And check this out. You guys are going to trip. So everybody's looking at Trump. Pence is going behind her. Watch this. He shakes hands, does this weird little thing, and then it says that she gives him the note, but she actually put something in her pocket, it looks like. Does that not look like a drug deal to you? Do you see what I'm seeing? And then they do this weird thing where she uses her thumb to possibly palm something. She puts it into a piece of paper and then puts it in her pocket. What is this? I hope you guys are seeing this. Now, if somebody has already found out what this is and I'm just tripping, this looks like the dudes in the park handing off a dime bag. It's almost like she has the paper ready. It's right down on her left side. And then they do this weird exchange. And then you can tell she grabs her thumb, puts it in the piece of paper, and then puts it in her pocket. Right by Trump's head. I hope you guys are seeing that. So I don't know what that is yet. Somebody, that was a viewer-powered story sent in by Brian M. But I thought that was pretty crazy. And normally, you guys on the main channel, if you guys want to, we do stuff like this. It's not normally so disorganized. On the smaller channel, every single night. Like, what I try to do is I try to go over what stories you guys send me. Most of the time, we're moving more towards like viewer powered, like straight up, you send me a story. If it hasn't been covered, we try to cover it. So I hope you guys join, subscribe. Marfugal TV is the smaller channel, which looks like we have, by my guesstimates, about 100 in here. So as far as the earthquakes, for whatever reason, it would not show USGS. I don't know why. On this screen, it would show that video just fine. I wanted to go up and thank Deep Fried again. Looks like she donated $25. Thank you very much. Charlotte Johnson, what is up? Kim Brown, Shauna Connor, Nick's Droid, LCJC family. Okay, so LCJC says, oh my God, that's a Mormon temple handshake. They got it from the Masons. They say it's sacred. But I left the church 3 years ago because I realized they truly worship and it ain't Heavenly Father. Huh. I mean, honestly, I've never... That handshake looks like somebody handing off a dime bag, but I think it was something a little bit different. Somebody asked about him being a PEDO. I'd rather keep the channel. So that's going on. obviously, I talked about it on my smaller channel today. White phosphorus was used on the US. They're definitely going to try to pull this video, either censor it or not make it available to my analytics. White phosphorus was used regardless of who did it. If you aren't paying attention to what's going on over in Syria, it is a hot point. You don't have to be scared. People say it's fear-mongering to talk about war, but when actual events are going on, I'm going to report them. And unfortunately, if I even say the word war, or even have a t-shirt that 50% of the profits go to wounded warriors in the description, they will actually censor a video. I learned that the other night when I did a 45-second stream basically stating that I was going to be a few minutes late to my smaller channel, and they said not suitable for advertisers immediately, and that's because it took me 2 days to figure out that it was because the t-shirt I was selling at the time, it was a 3-day campaign, was profiting the wounded warriors. And since war popped up anywhere in that description, it wasn't suitable. This won't be suitable. I cannot, as whatever I try to cover, it just won't let us make anything as YouTubers, so I'm just doing it for fun at this point. I do get donations from wonderful people like you, but I don't ask, so thank you guys, especially you, Deep Fried. I'm going to basically continue this on the small channel. I wanted to make sure to go on the big one. It looks like everybody's getting buffering anyways because it's on all on all 6 channels right now. So I want to thank you guys. I want to make sure that you guys are safe. Please be prepared. The West Coast is looking for it. If you look at anyone who is forecasting earthquakes, or that even scientists that don't believe in are saying that the West Coast is one of the only places that has not been smacked yet. I will be back tomorrow with a much more organized stream. Me and Dustin are going to go on. We're going to talk about how Q just featured him in the post. We're also going to be talking about Bill Smith, and we're going to bring in a third YouTuber and get their view of it. Somebody who's much closer to Bill Smith than both of us. So, pretty weird stuff. Talking about the Salisbury stuff, the Clinton case, that he was going really hard into it, and now he's just disappeared off the face of the earth. So, very odd. Alright guys, I want you guys to be safe, be prepared.